our first speaker is Yuliya. She is Vice President of Geospatial Solutions at Space42. I will stop sharing and will give the floor to Yuliya. Yuliya, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you and we see you and we see the presentation.
Hello, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here to open this webinar and to talk and to explore together the present and future of the space industry in the UAE. And I will start by, just 1 second. I will start by introducing a company I'm working in, Space42. So Space42 is a company, a UAE company that exists since 1 year, and it's born as a merger of 2 companies, Yahsat and Bayanat. So this was a strategic merger which brought together 2 capacities. Yahsat, with its deep expertise in satellite communications and infrastructure, and Bayanat Smart Solutions, a business unit focused on geospatial analytics and emerging technologies. So together, basically, we are having a full spectrum space capabilities from upstream satellite operations to downstream intelligence services. Now let's take a close look at Space42 assets. We truly have a portfolio that spans from orbit to Earth. So at the very top, you see our Yahsat geostationary satellites, the backbone of secure communications across more than 150 countries. So then we are launching a constellation of SAR satellites. So those are satellites, as you know, that can see day and night in good weather and through clouds. And this will ensure that we have in-country capacity for unmatched situational awareness and strategic foresight. We are also investing in HAPS, high-altitude pseudo-satellites. So those are aerial platforms that bridge the gap between space and ground, and they offer flexible, cost-effective coverage for tactical missions. And finally, our smart mobility solutions are transforming how cities move and operate. Thus, we are providing satellite services in over 150 countries. And now, what challenges do you face in geospatial world? So despite emergence of satellite data that we have so many and very amazing AI-driven geospatial solutions, decision makers are still struggling to turn this data into timely, actionable intelligence. And here I highlight on the slide several pains that we are still facing today. So advanced analytics requires sending sensitive data to international platforms, raising sovereignty concerns. Traditional GIS systems still lack AI capabilities, making them slow, manual, and inaccessible to non-experts. Very important challenge is multiple tools are still used to solve some problems, which create additional complexity and integration headaches. So we really need to move to solutions that can be interoperable very easily. And finally, over-provisioning licensing models cause subscription waste. So more importantly, delayed decision-making leads to missed opportunities and competitive disadvantage. And to solve those challenges, so we at Space42 develop solutions which go all the way from data acquisition to data processing, where we develop geospatial platforms, all the way to AI-enabled services. So basically, we are developing core JQ platform that helps non-expert users to very easily access geospatial data. And then we also have derived platforms for concrete usages and applications, like from operations to disaster management to environment. So now I just basically deep dive into JQ solution, which is our Space42 sovereign AI-powered geospatial intelligence platform. So this platform is designed to bridge the gap between satellite data acquisition and real decision making. And it consists of 4 key components which make possible basically this whole pipeline happening. So from data acquisition component, where in this platform, we easily allow users using AI, so AI basically agent assistant. So user can come with his problem, and our assistant in the platform, so basically like a robot assistant, will help him to understand what data suits the best to his problem. And then the assistant will help the user to acquire data. So then the second component, data management, will properly store and allow user to access, to manage data in the platform. A very important component is AI processing. So we introduce in the platform what we call no-code AI development, so that users can come themselves, bring their own models from other basically platforms. So we use very standard like model formats. They can very quickly, with few clicks, develop their own AI models in the platform, and they can use models which are developed either by Space42 or models that other users posted on Marketplace. And finally, but last but not least, is reporting component, because we want this platform to be used by basically final decision makers. So we want very quickly, right, within hours, go from data acquisition to final insights. And for this, we need a very efficient, also AI-driven automatic reporting tool. Which basically sectors, which applications can benefit from such platforms? And another question I can ask, which sectors can't benefit from such platform, which turns so rich geospatial data, right? So all sources from optical to SAR to thermal to hyperspectral into actionable insights. So here I just highlight few sectors, but I mean, today we will see next week in GITEX that any sector today somehow benefits from geospatial data. So you can think about urban, energy, transport sectors, right? Where we can not only mapping and monitor infrastructure with precision, but we can actually go further, right? And understand like evolution of some infrastructure within some regions to better plan basically management of this infrastructure for the future. So environmental monitoring on land, we can track vegetation health, model wildlife habitats, monitor deforestation, and we can do also many applications on water, such as oil spills, monitor algae blooms, and identify industrial outfalls before they become disasters. And if you talk about disasters, so when floods strike or wildfires rage, GQ delivers real-time situational awareness, and this is very important application. So just to wrap up here, like we really want to benefit from this golden age of democratization of geospatial space technologies, right? Of easy access to satellite data and bring solutions to maximum users. So here just quickly, we again highlight our key differentiators. So our platform is sovereign. So it is hosted on cloud. We partner with Microsoft, but within UAE infrastructure. So users in the UAE, governments, private users do benefit from very efficient cloud capacity to get insight within like minutes and hours, but it's hosted in UAE, so it's secure. So there is multi-source data fusion, which is very important to create really reliable solutions. There is this no-code AI model component, credit-based prices, which allows users just to pay for what they consumed. And finally, we are proud to partner with UAE Space Agency, which helps us to connect to stakeholders, local stakeholders, and develop and deliver value within this platform, which is really useful and impactful. So now I wanted actually to highlight some use cases, right, and some examples. And I want to focus on like the biggest initiative that currently Space42 is working in partnership with other institutes. So as I told, because we are in this new space era, which is like golden age of space technologies and AI, so we want to go very large scale. And just also, I want to say that, like you saw that I showed so many applications, right? But like we Space42 do not ambition to say that we can just in-house solve all human problems. Of course not. So that's why for us, partnership is actually key to success. So within this initiative, we have a deep partnership with S3 and Microsoft companies, and we also bring a lot of local and international stakeholders. Idea is to create maps over the whole African continent, and those maps, so it's geospatial vector data layers, it is topographic maps. Those are not just background visuals. Those are very powerful tools to enable a lot of applications. So here we talk from applications like helping people to communicate, right? So you have a telecom sector across the country, to using more efficiently logistics services to deliver medicine, to deliver food and water, and help to better monitor and to better organize agriculture, which is very important to help people in those continents to develop the economy. So a very important part of this initiative is that beyond just creating like products maps and creating capacities to very quickly have those insights, we enable UAE and African startups. So there is like centers of excellence where we train people how to use space insights, and we find this very important, the part of the program. And we also will invest in startups to help to create not only some like middle layer, right? But we want to create the whole pipeline of some real viable, sustainable over time applications. And as I wrap up today my talk, I'd like to leave you with a broad reflection on where we are headed, not just as Space 42, but as the UAE and as a region. So the Gulf is entering a new era of space innovation. We are really lucky to live here in the region, which, as we know, massively invests into space and AI, which have a real vision and strategy, right? So UAE space strategy. And so the strategy is defined by sovereign capabilities, AI-driven intelligence, and strategic collaboration. So the UAE is no longer just participating in the global space economy, but it's helping to shape it. And from upstream satellite infrastructure to downstream geospatial analytics, Space 42 is proud to be the heart of this transformation. Our platforms like JQ are enabling smarter decisions, faster responses, and more resilient systems across defense, climate, mobility, and urban development. And that's why we are investing in initiatives like Map Africa, which brings very powerful tools to many countries, even beyond UAE. And we also invested, and with Space Agency, we've conducted successfully 2 cohorts of Space Academy program. So not only we are creating products, but we also training next generation of Emirati and regional space leaders through hands-on training and mentorship programs. So fully aligned with UAE Vision 2071 and UAE Space Strategy, our work is not just about technology. It's about impact. We are strengthening national security, enhancing emergency response, and enabling smart infrastructure. We are driving economic growth, creating jobs, and building sovereign expertise. And we are scaling across Africa, Asia, and beyond, bringing UAE-born innovation to regions that need it most. So just in closing of my talk, the future of space technology in Gulf is bright, and it's been built today by visionary institutions, strategic partnerships, and new generation of innovators. Thank you.
This is a wonderful presentation and wonderful words. And thank you so much for telling all this in the beginning of this webinar. So that's a wonderful beginning.